Every morning begins the same way. I wake up, and the dream is already fading. I can still remember the snow, the mountains, that lonely cabin. But every time, I wake up before I learn the truth. Sometimes, I wonder if it was only a dream, or if this place is the dream, and I've already forgotten the life I had before. Every morning, I tell myself the same thing. Keep moving. Keep building. Keep surviving. Maybe that's enough for now. There was a time when I searched for answers every single day. I climbed every mountain I could see. I explored caves, rivers, forests, hoping I'd find something. Anything that could explain why I'm here. But the mountains never answered. The wind carried no names. And the silence never changed. Funny. These little things. They're the only reason I still know what day feels like. Feed the animals. Collect the eggs. Harvest the crops. Repair the fences. Day after day. The routine never changes. Maybe that's what kept me alive. I used to believe that if I worked hard enough, I'd eventually remember everything. So I built this place. One wall, one fence, one field at a time. Not because I knew I'd stay here forever, but because I had nowhere else to go. Strange. After all this time, this place doesn't feel like a prison anymore. It feels like home. Every day, before I leave, I check the same tools, the same backpack, the same supplies. Maybe it's just another habit. Or maybe, deep down, I'm still hoping that today will be different. That somewhere beyond these mountains, there's still something waiting for me. A clue, a place, a memory, anything that can tell me who I was before all of this. The strange thing is, I don't remember building all of this. I know I did. Every wall, every path, every field. My hands remember. Even if my mind doesn't. Sometimes, I wonder how many times I've walked the same road. Hundreds? Maybe thousands. Yet every morning, it still feels like the beginning of something. There was a time when I believed survival was enough. Build a house, grow food, stay warm, live one more day. But after a while, you realize surviving isn't the same as living. Every sunrise gives me another chance. Not just to stay alive, but to find a reason to keep going. Maybe today, I'll discover something I missed before. Maybe today, the mountains will finally give me an answer. Or maybe, it'll just be another quiet day. And somehow, I'm learning to be okay with that. Funny. After all this time, I've stopped asking why this happened. Some questions don't have answers. At least, not yet. So instead, I focus on what I can change. One step at a time. One wall at a time. One sunrise at a time. Maybe that's what survival really is. Not waiting for your past, but building a future. Even when you don't know who you used to be. No matter how far I travel, I always end up back here. Maybe that's what makes this place feel like home. Not because it's perfect, but because it's the only place that still waits for me. Every piece of wood, every stone, every tool has a purpose. Out there, everything feels uncertain. But inside these walls, I know exactly who I need to be. Maybe that's enough. At least for today. It's strange. Life never really stops. Even in a place as quiet as this. The crops keep growing. The fire keeps burning. And somehow, there are always new beginnings. Another sunrise. Another harvest. Another little life to take care of. Maybe that's why I keep trying. Not because I expect the mountains to give me answers, but because every day gives me one more reason to stay. I used to think that these mountains were keeping me trapped. Every peak, every frozen river, every endless forest felt like another wall. But the longer I stayed here, the more I realized they were never my prison. They were my shelter. They protected me through storms, through lonely nights, through every day I wasn't sure I could keep going. Sometimes, I stand here and wonder how many sunsets these mountains have seen, long before I arrived, and long after I'm gone. Maybe that's why they never rush. Nature doesn't hurry. It simply keeps moving forward, quietly, patiently, day after day. I think I'm finally learning to do the same. Fishing was never about the fish. At least, not anymore. It's one of the few moments when I allow myself to stop. No walls to build. No crops to harvest. No paths to follow. Just the sound of the water, the wind, and time moving quietly around me. Out here, everything feels slower. The mountains don't ask anything from me. The lake doesn't expect answers. For a little while, I can simply exist. And somehow, that's enough. Every time I return, they are waiting for me. They don't ask where I've been. They don't ask what I've found. They simply trust that I'll come back. I never expected that such small moments could mean so much. A quiet house, a warm fire, a few familiar faces. Maybe home isn't a place you remember. Maybe it's a place you build, one day at a time. Looks like I'm not the only one trying to find a place to belong. Welcome, little one. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but tonight, none of us will be alone. Maybe home isn't something you find. Maybe it's something you build together. Tomorrow, a new day begins.